Hi, this is Chris Terrell with EverydayVBA. In this video, we are doing the solution to the Crazy Selection Challenge for Macro Monday. Now, when I first thought of this, I thought, gosh, this is going to be really easy. It's going to be really simple. And what ended up happening is I ended up running into a bunch of loops. And so I'm still doing this because I think it's just a really good practice. So we're going to go ahead and just dig in on how to solve this problem. First thing we got to do is we need to open up our Visual Basic Editor. And this is a selection change, or it's an event that happens. So when I select something, that's an event. And so I'm going to trigger code on that event, and that's all handled within the sheet because that's the object that I'm in. So I'm going to double click this sheet, and the easiest way to do this is just to click Worksheet. It by default sets it to selection change. Now here are all the other options. So you've got before double click, before delete, you've got a whole bunch of stuff. So there's a lot of events that happen on a spreadsheet that you can actually trigger code off. So okay, first thing we're going to do is we need to set up two variables. So we're going to set up our column, CL equals RND times 3. How about times? Times would be good. And there we go. And RW, and these are just going to be my offsets, and these should make sense here in a little bit. RND times 5. Now, in order to get away from a circular reference, we've got to throw in an if statement. And so in order to do that, we've got to basically put the selection so that it tells it to stop. So first thing we're going to do is we need to know what the new target, or we need to basically go if Target.Address is not equal to, and we're putting that in, if you remember, in range. That's going to be in C. It's right here. So it's in. Got a compiler. It's going to yell at me. What is going on? And what's funny is I made a selection change, so it's trying to process this code, and it says, wait a sec, I can't run this code because you've got an error in your code. So if those are not equal, then we're going to do something. And what we're going to do is we're going to set that target address into C14, or the new one. And actually, I'm going to clean this up a little bit after the fact. I'm actually going to take these variables and put it inside my if statement. It'll just be cleaner code. So we're going to go range C14 is equal to Target.Offset. And all offset is going to do is it's going to move it left or right. It actually or left. You can move it offset it by a row, so basically go up or down in rows, and offset it by columns, or go left and right in columns. So pretty slick little deal. We're going to offset it by RWCL, and this is going to be address. Like I said, I was going to clean my code up. I'm going to just do that now so it makes a little bit more sense. And the reason this is cleaner is because it's going to basically do the test, say if this is the new range, then do something. That way it's not necessarily a big deal because you're just doing two variables with two random numbers, but this is cleaner. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to do the offset, so that's Target.Offset RW, .address, and I just noticed I actually have an error in here, and the error is that these random numbers are going to produce numbers with decimals, so we need to clean that up. It would have yelled at me and said, hey, wait a sec, you can't offset by a number with a decimal. It has to be a whole number. So let's go ahead and give this a shot, see if it works. It doesn't like off. We're going to do select. I've got an, oh, that's funny. I did my end, but without an end if. That's comical. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so it says, hey, wait a sec, there's nothing in that cell. So first thing we need to do is we need to give it that address, the new address. We're going to be sending this to E16. And you'll notice once it makes that change, that selection is reselected. So you basically end up with this little infinite loop if you don't put this little change on it. And so it's going to say, wait a sec, is my target equal to my range? It is. Those are equal, so I'm not going to process that code. And so it goes through the rest of those end ifs. Now you'll notice it did 2 end ifs because you basically had a recursive code, which means that you had code running within code. So that's why it hit that end if twice. So this is a fun little macro Monday. So let's give it another shot. I'm going to make it select a different range. You'll notice that it offsets it as well, and it stops, so don't have any errors. If you do have infinite loops, you can always hit Control Break. That'll get you out of there. It should take you to the debug window. Sometimes you get the white screen, which basically means you're processing too fast for Excel to actually get those codes, get those keys, the Control Break, because Windows is actually the one that kind of breaks that. So, anywho, this is a fun little challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had a good time with this one. Have a great week.